To promote my new flower shop, I had one place print my business cards, another print my brochures, and a third, my signs. Now my roses aren't red, my violets aren't blue, my geraniums look dead, and I don't know what to do.
Staples can help your business stand out with signs, banners, and brochures that are a true reflection of your company. And now at Staples, spend $50 or more on print and marketing services and get $5 off your next in-store purchase.
Now my business is blossoming, and I'm spending less green.
Exclusions apply. In-store only. Ends 6/23/18.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Sunny D. Welcome to tonight's show. Clint, you want to say hi?
What's going on, good people? You already know it's your boy, Clint, a.k.a. Smooth. Got a great show lined up for y'all tonight. Let's get to it.
Yes,
got a lot to talk
absolutely.
about.
Yes. Today is June 21st, 2018. And if you're listening right now, you're either on blogtalkradio.com/GFT radio or on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, or YouTube. So thank you for listening, whichever outlet you so choose to use.
First day of summer.
Yes. And graduation day for a lot of the kids, too. So definitely a lot of them getting happy to get the hell up out of school. Tomorrow, most of their last days, and then I think Tuesday is the rest of their last days. So they're excited. So,
shout out to everybody graduating out there.
Yes, shout out to everybody else. Plus my baby, I got to say this because I told Clint I was going to say it. My baby just went to kindergarten. He graduated from pre-K to kindergarten. Yes, it's a big freaking deal. And I was more excited because he doesn't participate in like the festivities. He's just like, whatever, I'm just going to stand here and look like I'm lost. But this time, this little dude was like in there just jamming to the songs. Some songs he felt like he was too cool to be a part of, but for the most part, he was on point. Like, this is my jam. The Wheels on the Bus came on. He was like, all right, now I'm in. Y'all got me. I'm about to do every dance, and I'm excited about it. So I was happy to see that part of him. But you know, that kind of surprised me to see him participate more than he normally would. So I'm proud of my baby.
That's what's up. That's dope. Shout out to Zay. You feel me?
Yeah.
Getting big out there. Our daughter, her graduation coming up too. She about to go through the same thing. So.
Are they wearing cap and gown? Because I was mad he didn't.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna do it like a little small performance. That's about it.
Oh, well, it's still cute to see the babies all dressed up.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna be dressed up there.
Yeah, get her a cute little outfit. Make sure she pick her own outfit out, accessorize, and get ready for all the pictures. Like, it's cute. You gotta celebrate the little kids and their their achievements, even if it's like to them going to kindergarten is a big deal. They get a bigger book bag. They get pencils, stuff like that. So. Be excited
to enjoy. It's a big accomplishment. It's a big accomplishment for them, and then it gives them a sense of accomplishment.
Exactly.
So they let them know they're being rewarded for good work.
Yes. I'm about to tag somebody in on the line. I don't know if this is Willie or Dame, but it's one of them.
Might be Dame.
Hello.
Hola.
Oh, hey, Dame.
I knew it was Dame.
Yeah, because I think Willie on vacation as always. We hate Willie, so fuck you, Willie.
Of course he is.
Live your life, Willie.
A player.
Go out there, be great.
He always on vacation. I need to go with him. Like, I'm serious. Like, he just need to tell me so I can pack me a bag and I want to go too. Like, that's like, I'm not trying to cramp nobody's style, but I think he on a vacation. But I could be like the third wheel, but not really, because I can get people to hopefully buy me some drinks while I'm out there. But I don't know. Yeah, Groupon the shit out of a trip. Yes.
What's going on, Dame? Though this actually Dame's topic. He actually came up with it.
Yeah, Dame did come up with this topic.
I did.
Man,
I forgot I did.
I want you to break it down. You break it in. Since you came
oh,
up
man,
topic.
I ain't prepared. Let me bring out my notes.
You know what?
Wasn't prepared for this honor. I don't want to take it, have people take it the wrong way, like I'm advocating for racist behavior. But are people? What's that?
Even tell them what the topic was. Y'all should be following the show, but The topic is, does free speech protect hate speech? And, yeah, I think, go ahead, Dame. I think you were the one that brought it to our attention.
I was listening to somebody talk on the radio, and it was brought to my attention that a lot of people are losing their jobs over hateful speech. They're calling people the N-word, saying that go back to your country, you don't belong here. Like the guy in Seattle who recently just lost his job over saying that type of bigotry and hatred, spewing it, and he was being videotaped. He lost his job just recently. There's many more people who've been found out in the past who've lost their jobs, lost their commission in life. Just doing whatever they think they can do, whatever they want to, and say whatever they want to. Does the First Amendment apply to them?
Yeah.
Because
let me give out the let me give out the number before y'all jump in this real quick, because I noticed I didn't give that out either. The phone number is 657-383-1155. Definitely call in, join in on the topic, or you can hit us up at GFT_radio on Twitter, and we'll definitely put your comments on live throughout the show. Go ahead. I'm sorry whoever I cut off.
Yeah. See, it's tricky. I believe the First Amendment should protect anybody. You feel me? Freedom of speech is freedom of speech. That's what we all want. We all want to be able to say what we feel. Now, it's there's caveats to it. Like, you just can't say stuff to like cause a riot or just inflammatory things. You feel me? But as far as like the examples that Dane gave about people losing their job, well, if they said there was comments on the job, that's different. And it depends on what type of job it is. You feel me? Like, if it's a cop, whether he black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, if they speaking with racist overtones, like, well, then maybe they shouldn't keep their job, because then, you never know when they out there on the workforce, whatever they doing, it may be considered, you feel me, funny business because of the stuff they said. Now, like, if you're in a comfort in your home, like I remember the LA Clippers, Donald Sterling, I believe that's his name. He used to be the owner of the LA Clippers. Yeah. He had to sell his team because of the stuff that he was recorded saying in his own house, which is weird to me. Now, if you don't have the freedom to speak freely in your own house, being recorded basically without your knowledge, then, like, that's kind of crazy. Even if what he said was very racist and crazy, whatever, he in his house. Like, that man can speak his mind in his house. Like, so I really don't see nothing too wrong with it.
Well, I feel like this. I feel like this. Free, like, I agree with what Dane said. You can't tell people they can't say what's on their mind, but you have to understand that what you say, there's consequences and repercussions to them. So you have to be mindful, especially like Clint just pointed out. If you're at work, I can't just say fuck these crackers. Like, I'm 99% sure I'm gonna lose my job because that's being racist and I'm just acting up. But you also I know with our job you have to be like you're considered a state worker, or like how people are in the military. When you are perceived to be especially the military, when you're perceived to be this way, you can't go out acting a fool because you're a representation of somebody. You're a representation of the military personnel, so you can't just go somewhere and wild out, because then you can get conduct unbecoming because you're not. When you wear a uniform, you're a reflection. If people know that you wear a uniform, you can't just go and be acting all willy-nilly. But when it comes to speech, you can't just say crazy stuff. I'm sorry, I misspoke. You can say it, but if you understand there's repercussions for you saying things that you say. So you can't say, well, I was mad and you was at a restaurant and you flipped out and said these freaking Mexicans or whatever the case, whatever racial thing or hateful thing you say, you have to understand that because you said that, this can be an issue. Like as far as your job is concerned, because especially like everybody's about their brand. Your brand is everything. Some people brand is themselves. If you go out and say these hateful comments, you understand that now it's going to be an issue. And you can't just get away with that. Like, you can feel how you want to feel. You can say it if you want to say it, but understand once you say it, you can't take it back. And you have to reap the repercussions of what you said. Period. And I think people just say, oh, well, I can say what I want. You can. But if you say it, this is what's going to happen, or what could possibly happen, and you can't be like, oh, well, why should I say what I wanted to say? Unfortunately, but like you look at it, whereas the leader of the free world, Commander Cheeto, as I really like to call him, and I love that name, he says some old crazy shit. I need him to be held accountable for saying the most racist. He said the most racist shit now, and this is why people think that it's okay to say what they want to say, which is fine, but they don't expect the repercussions because our own person that's at the head of our country is doing what the fuck they want to do, and that's just that.
Yeah, I'm also on the fence. It's like I be wanting to know when people racist.
That
you
too.
Feel me? I feel like they doing me a favor. You feel me?
But
Let
see,
me know what
I
I'm
also
dealing
feel like
with.
you can't hide if you're a racist. Like, because
you can definitely
by listening, no, you can hide it to a certain extent. But if you're talking to someone and you can hear, like we had a discussion before about, like, when you at work and you hear people say or their responses to certain things, how people say things. It's like like when it comes that the guy that was shooting up Vegas, right? If you're in, what I know in my workplace, you hear people say, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. And you look at them like they're crazy. Or the Starbucks incident. Oh, well, they didn't buy anything. Like, you're trying to justify why somebody racially profiled somebody and did something they didn't have to do or caused conflict when they didn't have to do. So if you're somebody that I'm always hearing trying to justify somebody's actions, but when it comes to the flip side, you're like, oh, he's a monster, things like that, or like this last boy that got shot and killed in Pittsburgh. The first thing they say is, well, never mind the fact that he was running from the cops. You want to go all into the other stuff. Oh, well, he was hanging around gang members and all this, but you're now you're trying to justify why the cops shot him. Like, when they didn't have to. So, like, those conversations you can kind of pick, and I feel like when people have those conversations, when you're not supposed to have them in the workplace, but people do. So you can kind of understand that that person is 99% probably a racist. At least I'm me.
Just because they feel that way doesn't mean they should lose their job or
I don't feel like
happen to them.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying, like, you should tell.
Here's where the double standard comes in, because we got to really be honest. Because we always talk about, white people being racist, or prejudice. Let's use that word, prejudice.
Too.
Because but a lot of people they don't got no power, so them being racist really don't mean nothing. They don't like you. They're more just prejudice. Racism to me is more systematic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you're having a conversation with people saying stuff at work, it's like, us as black people, we don't feel that way about them sometimes. Or that, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have anger toward them. Like, we don't have prejudice or stereotypes of them as well. Sometimes that can get caught up as being racist when it's really not. Maybe just stereotype somebody or generalizing somebody just off your ignorance, off our ignorance, not just yours. I'm talking about this in general. Sometimes I don't necessarily consider that person racist. They may be ignorant. They don't know no better, but they may not necessarily be racist. So in certain situations, I know I've been in situations around some white people, they'll say something off the cuff, and then when you check them, they'll be really, literally in shock and awe. Like, they didn't understand what they said was wrong, or they just thought it was cool. They didn't see nothing like literally had no conceived no issue with what they were saying was wrong. So it's like, okay, he may not be racist, he's just ignorant. He don't know no better. You feel me? His interaction with us may be through just TV or something like that. And if that's the case, like we can't just get caught up in generalizing everybody because from what they say, because sometimes people say stuff just not knowing any better.
I think some people do know better. They just try to hide behind.
Yeah, well,
not
some
all,
people do,
but I do believe that some people do.
Some people don't. There's a lot of dumb people out here. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people who just really, really don't interact with people well. You know what I mean? People's skills are really lacking. What you about to say, Dan?
No, I was going to say it goes back to an NFL prospect. He tweeted out something when he was 13 years old. And, the NFL is very thorough on their research when it comes to NFL draft picks. Make sure they don't, bringing shame to their organization and into the league. They got investigative reporters who does all this research. He tweeted out something very racist at age 13, and now there's come to question when he came to be picked in the NFL draft. Do you think something like that could be held against him just because he was at a young age, or is it the core to the person who he really is, that he's just hiding it at this present moment?
I think that's just young and dumb, because people say a lot of young and dumb, stupid ass shit. Now, like, sometimes you got to grow the fuck up. When you young and you just a teenager, you just do a lot of dumb ass shit, and you shouldn't be. It should be more of your character and who you are now, because when you, like I said, when you're young, you just do dumb ass shit that don't make no sense. I did a lot of dumb ass shit that if it came back out, like, oh, you did that? Yeah, I was dumb.
And that goes back to the point I was just making. Yeah, that goes back to the point. Sometimes you gotta give people a chance to grow, and it's not just because that situation with the NFL prospects. There was another situation going down with the NCAA basketball tournament. I forget the player name, but when they won the national championship, the first thing they did, he was killing in I can't remember his name, but he was killing in the tournament. White guy, and once it was over, they brought up these tweets where he was using the word nigga this, nigga that, or whatever, and they was trying to kill him, calling him a racist, but he was young, and then he was like 14, 15 at the time when he did that. You understand? And and some of the stuff was just rap lyrics. Like, he didn't know any better. You feel me? And then I can speak for myself. It's stuff I said when I was 22, 23. That when I look back now, I'd be like, whoa, maybe I was a little, too harsh. You feel me? Like, sometimes you gotta give people that room to grow. That's why I said, so back to the topic of hate speech. Like I said, unless the KKK still marching, ain't nobody, and people still protesting when they march. So, you feel me? Like, it's not going to stop. They got the right to do it. We got the right to protest against it. We got the right to speak our mind. They got the right to speak theirs. You feel me? As long as don't nobody put no hands or no violence in car, you say what you want.
Pretty much. But do you think? I know one of the questions was one of the things we wanted to talk about was why do you think why people spewing out like hateful things have become the social norm nowadays? Like, it's more like now people out and open with it and just saying whatever how they feel, like just out and open and just don't care.
What's funny?
But they've been doing that.
When has they? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When has it not? You feel me? When has it not? You got people today that's our age that went to school with that's still scarred from some of the hateful things that people said to them growing up in school.
Yeah.
You feel me? Not just because when we talk about hate speech, hate just isn't racism. You know what I mean?
That's
there's
never
plenty
going
way.
away.
Yeah, but it's plenty of different type of hate speech. Whether you feel me, you don't like homosexuals.
Yeah.
You feel me?
There's always going to be some type of prejudice against somebody, but it's not always.
Yeah.
It's not. What I'm gonna say. It's not always about race. It's just a prejudice against somebody. Somebody has a prejudice about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a lot of people I know that
will not go away.
That don't like, and it's funny because we look at it like this. There's a lot of people, like you said, without even races. A lot of people fucking hate Americans. They just hate us.
Yeah.
They hate our guts, like fucking stupid Americans. They hate everything about us. We spoiled. We just fuck us. That's how they feel. We got people that just not completely, but isn't this a lot? And they just feel that way. It's nothing that we could do. They just think we stupid and everything. So I'm sorry.
What
go
the
ahead.
problem is? You know, one of the major problems is the media. I feel like nowadays, you know, when the media, they don't just report the news. They try to direct the narrative of the news as well. And it wasn't like that when I remember first watching the news when I was a little kid with my great-grandma, my grandpa, my dad, or whatever. I'd be watching the news. It wasn't like that. They would just report the news, what was happening. Now it's like they're trying to, they're trying to tell you who to vote for. They're trying to, tell you what you shouldn't hate or what you should support. You feel me? Like, you're the news station. That's not your job. You feel me? And then when you create that narrative, now you got people who watch, you feel me, CNN. They hate the reporters on Fox. For what? Because you can tell it's one supporting one group and the other supporting another group. And, like, what happened to, like, y'all supposed to be giving us unfiltered, unadulterated news, but well-reported.
Without your personal feelings.
Opinion. Without your bias. Without bias. You feel me? But all we getting is bias. So now, when you talk about speech,
but I think a lot of that.
Go ahead.
I know a lot of that, as of currently, has stemmed because of I can't really blame him 100%, but with this Trump administration and with Trump in office and running this like that, whatever, and they were reporting things that with him particularly, about him that he was saying and stuff, and he would just say that, like, he would go and attack them. So I think now he basically, when he started going after them, but like I said, all media is not right media. You have to find stuff out for yourself. But with him in particular, it was he was coming at them like, y'all reporting fake news. It's like, no. You said this. We have it on video. And, like, so it was a combative. And so he started coming at the media. So I think now this is now they're, like, extremely biased to, like they're like when you listen, like, I don't like him, but when they report about him, you can tell.
Yeah, but they was doing the same thing with Obama. They did the same thing with Clinton, with the Bushes. You feel me? It's like, this ain't nothing new. It's been the same thing. It's just that whatever network got the issue with him, with whoever the president is, they go, you know what I mean? So, like, when it was Bush, CNN had an issue with Bush. So CNN would be attacking Bush all the time, and Fox News would be supporting them. And it's now CNN and them attacking Trump and Fox News supporting them. Like, that's how it go, and it shouldn't be that way. You feel me? Like, it really shouldn't be that way.
What you said, Clint, is true, because they actually have a side-by-side clip of Fox's mascot, Scott Hannity, going hard in on Obama, saying that, Obama, how can you be going right now trying to, during the Cuba, trying to make friends with our enemies? Then they show this year's Scott Hannity saying, Obama, we should be praising President Trump for making allies with our enemies. It's like everything that he said about Obama, he said completely opposite with Trump. It's like they have their own narrative.
Yeah.
And until they get their own narrative, see, this is what's wrong with politics today. They're not for the people. Like, they haven't never been for the people since the 18th century or whatever, America was founded. And it's already been about their political agendas, not for the people. We're just pawns they use for their ploys.
And people fall for it every time.
Every time, and race does play a big part in it.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a major part of it.
And that's what people get. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people, it's not just Trump making these people bold to speak out. You feel me? It's the media. So when you get these pundits that come on these stations, on these TV shows, and they just talk crazy, and you got Laura Ingraham up there talking crazy. She giving it at the RNC. You know what I mean? She out there giving the Hail Hitler sign. Everybody just gloss over that. When you got Ann Coulter out here spewing all type of hate.
Look at my Skeletor?
Yeah. and nothing happened to them. And like there's no repercussions to them. They're making money. You feel me? Now you got the new little young one, Tommy Lauren.
Yeah.
You know,
God.
He's the best.
And you know the one Hannity, like the brother just mentioned, and there's quite a few others. When they spew that, and there's no repercussions, and only thing that's happening is their pockets are getting fatter. You feel me? They're getting more TV time. But then the people that's sitting home watching them, they getting bold too. You feel me? Because they see that the people that's spewing this negative speech, this hate speech, they're prospering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do the same thing. Ain't no consequence. Ain't nobody being held accountable.
No, not at all.
Those days are over with.
Yeah.
Because the
person
like
who has to do with the Me Too.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say, unless you don't touch the woman inappropriately, they don't give a fuck about you. Like, you keep on doing what you're doing. Go on right ahead.
Yeah.
But then again, it doesn't apply to Trump because he has multiple cases where women came forward and said that man either made crazy ass statements to them or insinuated stuff and stuff like that. And guess what? He's still president.
Yep. Because they want to see what they want to see.
Like, do you understand that this man has said some hateful shit, done some fucked up shit, spewed out whatever he got to spew out, done touched people, done all this craziness, and that man is still president. And at the end of the day, he can go ahead and do what he's been doing because, like you said, ain't nothing happening to him because he's the president. And like Rudy Giuliani said, he can kill what's the name? Was it? Not just Sessions, but the other guy, and he can pardon himself. And he can pardon himself and keep it pushing. So he's not being held accountable for nothing. Why? Because he is who he is.
Until the popos come. Because Comey's coming for him. I mean, Mueller, he's coming for him.
That nigga's going to pardon himself.
Can we rewind real quick? Because we really want to explain to the people, like, what we're talking about, and because we're talking about hate speech. So I'm trying to look up what is defined as hate speech. Right now, I'm gonna just give you the little Wikipedia definition. Hate speech is speech that attacks a person or group. Can y'all hear me clearly?
Yeah, you good.
Okay, hate speech is speech that attacks a person or group on the basis of attributes such as race, religion, ethnic origin, national origin, gender, disability, sexual orientation, or gender identity. The law of some countries describe hate speech as speech, gesture, or conduct, writing, or display that incites violence or prejudicial action against a protected group or individual on the basis of their membership of the group or because it disparages or intimidates a protected group or individual on the basis of their membership of the group. The law may identify a protected group by certain characteristics. In some countries, hate speech is not a legal term. Okay.
What about inciting hate?
Say that again, brother.
What about inciting hate?
Yeah. I think that's what was in the beginning when you incite violence and incite, that's You feel me? That could be considered hate speech. I'm trying to find it specific
because I think it's somewhere
States.
It's a lot of stuff in the Constitution that he has actually broken many times over. Like the President of the United States is not supposed to interfere with privately owned organizations, i.e.
It's
NFL.
on here. Well, it's down if you scroll down, Clint.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to read it. In the United States, when it talks about hate speech and how it can be combated in the United States, it says enforcement of laws regarding hate speech in the USA can interfere with constitutional rights to freedom of speech. Widely debated, there are several categories of speech that are unprotected by the First Amendment. However, hate speech is not expressly stated as one of those categories. Court rulings often must be re-examined to ensure the U.S. Constitution is being upheld in the ruling on whether or not the words count as violation. Proponents of hate speech legislation in the United States have argued that freedom of speech undermines the 14th Amendment by bolstering oppressive narrative which demeans equality and the Reconstructive Amendment's purpose of guaranteeing equal protection under the law. So really, it's like it's nothing they can. It's really no law. Yeah.
Now, I think the only time that could really be argued is if it's like if something seriously goes down, like if somebody goes and says, like something like a genocide of the sort, or Charlottesville, like some. Yeah. Not even that. I mean, maybe, but I think it's gonna take something like really severe to happen for them to really like win a case with that, because as you read it, as he read it, it's
severe. I mean, people have been hung.
No, I know that, but that's and people still get away with that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. People still getting away with that.
Yeah,
it's not.
I don't think it's nothing tragic. You feel me? I don't think they really care.
That too.
To be honest, to care to even try to combat it. So you got the hate crime bill, to where I guess the penalties are stiffer if you kill somebody, whether over their gender or their race or what have you.
Yeah, it's a hate crime.
That's a hate crime, but. My thing is, how else would you know it's a hate crime unless it's preceded by hate speech?
Exactly.
You feel me? Like, how do you determine what a hate crime is? If I was to kill somebody and they were gay, how you gonna tell me I killed them because they're gay? What if they did something? You feel me? Well, maybe what if I was just defending myself?
Hey, Clint.
Yeah.
Just for your, I don't know if you knew this, but the guy who shot in Pittsburgh, which is a predominantly racist area, I have an ex-fiance that lived there, told me about how prejudiced that area is in Pittsburgh. That cop just got sworn in 90 minutes before he shot that young boy.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
90 minutes.
Yeah, I was reading that. Yeah, just got sworn in.
And I was having a discussion with one of my coworkers, and he made mention to something to me about how some of these people who are actually harvesting organs.
Yeah.
That's one of the ploys, that if there's an investigation on somebody's body, they can do whatever they want to if they're rich and powerful enough to harness organs from people on the black market. Because if they had to do it the legit way, they would have to wait on a waiting list like anybody else.
That's just crazy. I don't.
So I have to look more into that, but that's yeah. This is a lot for one day.
My question would be, because I know what the news was saying with that particular case, that the car was was pulled over because it looked like a car that was in a gang related shooting, right?
Okay. Yeah, they found 2 guns inside the
Yeah, they found 2
car.
guns, but they never said that it was actually the car they were looking for. So has that been found out yet? Because they said that it was suspected to be. It was like I guess it looked like it matched the description of a car that was given in a drive-by shooting or whatever. So did they ever find out whether or not that was the car or was it another car?
No, but I bet you that cop was on paid leave to do until a pending investigation.
Yeah, that's crazy. Clint?
Yeah, that situation is crazy. That's a situation we definitely may need to touch on another day. We could really, with some more information come out, we definitely get into that. You feel me? I was looking at this. There's this meeting where I was trying to find some more information about freedom of speech, and I heard this before. It says freedom of speech because my rights are more important than your feelings. And
wow.
And I think that's true. You feel me? Like people we're into our feelings too much. You feel me? I should have the right to say what I want. You know. Now if I'm being out like you said, if I'm being outright disrespectful and rude and mean, well of course there's consequences and repercussions that come with that. You feel me? Like you gotta deal with it. You know what I mean? You can talk that way if you want, but, let's believe, you get what you asked for, get it because you asked for it. But go ahead. You know what I mean? Like, I should have to be concerned. Like, if I don't like something, if I don't agree with a certain lifestyle, why can't I say so? Why I have to be so PC? Why I have to bite my tongue all the time? Why must I be phony? Because that's all this society is phony. Bunch of phonies. Everybody not speaking their mind. That's how, and that's why. You feel me? You look at everybody hate Trump. Everybody hate Trump. You feel me? How you get elected? Everybody hate him.
Well, a lot of people love him.
Somebody lying. Yeah, somebody was lying. Because why? Because they scared to speak their mind. Because if they speak their mind, they're going to be, we got to understand, some people who voted for Trump are not racist. Like I said, it's black people that voted for Trump.
Because he fits their narrative of what he wants, that they feel that he can accomplish. And a lot of people feel like they had no choice when it came to between Hillary and Donald. That's how much they distrust and dislike Hillary. They went to Donald Trump.
Yeah, but a lot of people thought, and that's what I was saying when we did the election, when we were doing the election. I know a lot of black people, especially a lot of Haitians, that wanted to vote for Trump because Hillary, what her whole debacle with the whole Haiti thing. A lot of people wanted to vote for him, and then on top of the emails, and then on top of Hillary being, they felt like Hillary was worse than Trump. Or like a lot of people wanted Trump because he wasn't a politician. He wasn't like everybody else. So there's factors in it. Like a lot of people voted for him. A lot of people that you probably know and cool as hell with voted for him, and that's who they felt was the better choice.
Exactly.
And they may be okay with how he's been acting. But what were you saying, Clint?
No, I'm saying, but they're scared to say it. They're scared to speak because they feel like they may be labeled. They may be labeled a certain way. They may be, looked at a certain way, and they don't want to deal with that scrutiny. Because, and I feel like who are we to judge anybody as far as like. I mean, I want to take that back. We could definitely judge people. I always say that. You could definitely judge. But who are we to expect just because somebody don't agree with us, we look at them the worst part of it. Like, if I don't agree with you politically, then you must not be shit. You understand? Mm-hmm. Like, it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way, and that's how it is. It's like, all right, you with that side, so fuck you. Like, nah, it got to be some type of, you know, because if it's always that, you know, we never going to get nowhere. Nobody really going to ever say how they really feel. You feel me?
Because they're so scared of what people are thinking.
Yeah, if they're going to get attacked, you know what I mean, then why? Why even say anything? They just going to quietly go to that voting booth and vote for it, you feel me? Because I don't think everything is hate speech. Just because you don't like it don't mean it's hate. And that's basically what that message I just read says. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's hate. Sometimes it is.
Well, I have a question because this is, you know, Trenton just had an election we had another election for the mayor because the vote was so split in Trenton. And the guy who won is a homosexual, right? So
openly
somebody
gay.
Openly gay, right? So somebody on my Facebook, one of my Facebook friends went on a tangent about voting for the other guy, which is named Perez, then voting for the other one because he was gay, right? And first he said he was gay, then he went on to say, well, he was a prosecutor, this is why I don't vote for him because blah 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 and this and the third, or something like that, whatever. And everybody got hung up on the very first thing he said was, well, he's gay, don't vote for him. And then he went on to list these other things of why you shouldn't vote for him. And the guy didn't understand why people had a problem with what he said. He was just voicing his opinion. And it's like, first of all, if anybody was following the mayoral election, they would have known he was gay. So there was no reason for you to even, like, that to be your very first statement and to be upset with people taking it the wrong way because of how you present it. What you said. It's not, and you have, and we telling people it's not what you say, it's how you say things. And then he's like, well, y'all trying to say, and then he pulls I got friends that are homosexuals. Okay, so now you sound like a white person that said they got black friends. Like, listen, sir, it's fine if you don't want to vote for him for these list of reasons. That's great, but when your first thing that you say is he gay, and then after he wins, you say, oh well, now gay pride. They're gonna have a gay pride parade. Everything gonna be gay now. Like, that's hate. Like, do you? And then like a lot of people that were LGBT is like that you like, and that's his friends. Like, what the hell? Like, whoa, because we cool. Why would you say something like that? And he was, and like that, like people might really believe that. Go ahead.
Because he couldn't get it out.
Huh?
He could never speak how he really truly felt.
Who? The guy?
The guy, yeah. So I guess now, when that happened, it came out. But one thing about, let's not, when we say this thing was a close race, like, let's not make it seem like, you feel me, this is, people out there, this is one of the worst turnouts of voting ever. It was horrible. Only like 21% of the people voted, you feel me, like, you know, the posters for like 4,000 people or something like that. Man, that shit, 8,000 people, something like that. It wasn't really, you know what I mean, no real major election. You feel me? All the candidates were horrible. You feel me? That's what he should have led with. All the candidates were horrible. You feel me? That's exactly what he should have led with. But, you know, at the end of the day, if he feel like that, you know, like, what can I say?
No,
I should be happy that he, you know what I mean? Like, he should have just stuck to his guns.
I'm all for expressing your feelings, but I say that, I said that to say like what I said at the beginning of the show. When you say things, it's always like, and I always say this, it's not what you say, it's how you said it. So now, mind you, you're not verbally saying this. You're writing it down on social media. You have a public profile, right? So when you say things in the manner in which the way he wrote that status, the very first thing you said was, don't vote for him, he gay. And then you go into all these other reasons. It's like now nobody's going to see the other reasons because like the other reasons were valid reasons. He's like, well, this guy is a prosecutor and he doesn't really something about him and not fighting for black folks and how he does things like he's like against people of Trenton, or he wasn't like, he goes in to say that he wasn't born in Trenton, things like just different things that like kind of made sense. Like you could say, oh yeah, let me look this up and see, or investigate it yourself. But when you that very first statement, it's like if I say, if I blatantly come out my mouth and just say something like I hate all Mexicans or whatever, and I say it, and then I say all the other stuff, but the first thing you hear is that very first thing. So you have to, as a person, like that's us. We got a podcast. When we say things, we understand that people are listening to us. So when we say something that somebody doesn't agree with, they're going to address us and may not come at us or may not reply in the way we want them to. Oh yeah, high five, you said that, girl. They might say, Sonny, you fucked up. Fuck. But you have to understand that.
Like now, what if that man lose his job statement because everybody wanna be outraged because he said how he felt?
Well, no, I don't think he has a job, or maybe he does. I don't know, but I wouldn't go that far as to say you should lose your job. But
okay, so then what do we? So then, if it's not that deep for that man to lose his job, why does everybody get up in arms over it? That man have his opinion and just keep it.
No, he can have an opinion. That's all fine and dandy. But like the people that were replying were his friends or family members that were a part of the LGBT community. So they were like, "Whoa, what?" And like their friends and family members are here, so they were like, "What the hell?" And they addressed him, and I didn't comment because I didn't tell him. I just let him say what he had to say. But reading the comments, they were trying to get him to understand that how it could be seen as a hateful comment. And we understand your reasoning why not vote for this guy, but when you say this, and you have these people that are in your family or people that you call friends that you cool with. This is a problem for them, and they're trying to understand why you would take it to that extreme. And he didn't. He was just like it's not that deep, and they were like, well, it is because of how you said it. And like they were just having a back and forth about him understanding like what you said could be deemed as a hateful thing to say. And I don't think he got it.
Some people just don't get it.
Like I don't like, and that's why I said because of the comments. Like so, for me that was or not even for me, for them that was a hateful speech, and they were trying to tell him like, look, you can feel how you feel. That's great, but when you said this is very hateful, and we are hurt by what you said because we know you and blah 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 blah. But I don't, like I said, I don't think he got it in the end because it was still like it's not that deep. Y'all worried about nothing. I'm just speaking my piece. I can say what I want, and you can.
But see, that's my fault.
Dave,
my fault.
Facebook said it.
Let Dave right there because Dave wanted to jump in real quick.
Go ahead, Dave.
Oh no, I'm good.
Oh, all right. But see, that's my point. You said he don't get it. He probably understand every point everybody trying to make. He just don't agree. That don't mean he don't get it. He just don't agree with y'all.
Some people just don't. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you about to say some people don't get it.
Yeah, some people naturally just don't get it because not that they don't sympathize or understand. Some people, I've actually had a discussion with one of my friends who don't understand. He doesn't see the racism in Trump. I'm like, how do you not see this? How do you not? Like he's a Trump supporter. He understands like some of the stuff he does, and he just believes some of the media that but he let black people do this and do that. Like he can't be racist. People will do certain things to get a narrative across and to make it seem like they're not racist. But I'm the least racist person ever. But so on, so forth and so forth. So some people just don't get it or see it. And
some
like
people get it and don't care.
Yeah, some people do get it and they just don't care.
Exactly.
Like Trump, he gets it. He just doesn't care because he never had to deal with certain issues before. He's been, in this position of power since he was younger. He never had to struggle like a regular person with a 9-to-5 job has had to struggle.
It's in a position of privilege.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. So there's a lot of people who are still Trump supporters who he let me down. I thought he was fighting for us. I thought he was no, he's fighting for himself and his money and for his rich friends, not you. Like Dave Chappelle,
Ain't what
said
about
it.
Keisha from down the way?
Yeah, let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question. All right, because we talking about hate. Okay, so is it considered hate speech? Like, because we were talking about racism and prejudice and all that stuff. Is it considered hate speech when you talk about your own group? Like, if a black person get on TV talking about how much they hate black people, or
absolutely,
or is that considered hate speech?
You can hate on your own self. Yes, it's self-hate.
Yes, I would. That's exactly. That's self-hate all the way. But people just hate who they are. They hate the fact that they were born a certain color. They hate that they were disadvantaged than other people. They hate that, so they hate themselves and everything about it. So yes, I would definitely consider that hate speech.
Okay,
I don't know
so
if you've
now,
seen it.
if one person hates themselves, my fault. Go ahead, bro.
Oh no, real quick. I don't know if Sonny's seen this, but it's on Facebook. Somebody was in the courtroom showing their mother and said that they didn't like their mother because she's dark skinned. She had to do this for a living.
I saw that shit. That was on a fucking court case, and that girl, she hate herself. That is not my like, bitch. You is black. I need you to know that. You is an African American.
Because you light skinned, you ain't cute.
Yeah, she was like, I'm not that color. And who was it? Maybelline was like, bitch, you see it? Do you?
Yeah, Maybelline.
See,
yes, I would have came out.
Hate speech, though.
No, but that was hate.
I'm talking. That's self-hate. Like self-hate. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when I'm talking about the speech. I'm talking about that type of speech that, say, if a white person was to say racist things, right, about a black person. You feel me? To other races, fuck them niggas. Them niggas ain't shit. They lazy. They don't do nothing. They shouldn't be here. They need to go back to Africa. Blah blah blah. Now, what if a black person get on there with them same type of sentiment, that same type of language, talking about black people? Because I've seen it. Do we still consider that hate speech?
Yes.
I would.
So should they be judged and penalized just like if that white person was to be caught like that?
I would think so. I think it probably wouldn't because somebody would say something like, "How can they hate themselves and they black too?" But I just think that it should be across the board. Period. If you are hate speech and you are in a position where it's detrimental to a brand and they feel like they need to cut your ass off, you need to be fired. You need your ass to go, no matter what color you are. If you're a Mexican talking about fuck these crackers or fuck these niggas and blah blah blah, you need to get your ass and find a new job. You need to be let go. So, for me personally, I believe either way you need to go.
Because you're perpetuating a stereotype that needs to go away about black people. Black people aren't the laziest people in the world. In fact, we're one of the most hardworking people. We will work. Oh, there's a job hiring down the street. Let me go get that job.
Some black people.
Some, yeah. So I mean, it's lazy people.
That's not generalized.
All across the board.
We gotta be honest.
Yeah, but it's lazy people in every. Is always somebody lazy. Excuse me. But through media, China and Japan, they really don't like black people that much, just because of the movies that perpetuate or put out stereotypical views of black people. If you go to China right now, there's a lot of people who don't like us because they think we're thugs. They think we're no good slicksters, and whatever. Because of that. So the stereotypical stuff needs to go away, and for a black person to actually, what Clint's viewpoint, or what he said, some black person putting out the same hate isn't helping the cause for us to move on as intelligent, beautiful black people we are. Because we're very creative, as you can see. For years they've been stealing from black people for years. They like our products, but they don't like us.
Exactly.
And that's it's
like
crazy. I was watching Trevor Noah, and he was talking about the latest of Trump antics and certain things, and he was just saying how they basically liked us. They wanted, basically what they did was use us, the same way they did a lot of people that weren't white. They used us to learn and to build things and do stuff for them, and then they was like, okay, now it's only thing you could do is do stuff for us. You can't really do stuff for yourself because you can't build up for yourself, and that's what they wanted for back in the day when they was like doing slavery. They didn't want us to. They want us to build and do stuff for them and work hard for them. But once we started our own for ourselves, you see what they did with the Black Wall Street. They shut that shit down because once we get power and do for ourselves, it's problematic for them. Because at that point, we don't need their help. Yeah, we don't need their help.
Wait a minute,
but you notice what's crazy though? It's easier for Indians and Chinese folks and Asian descent to come over and build for themselves, whereas with black folks it's 10 times harder, and it's sad because it was made easy for them, where for us it was like y'all doing too much, y'all trying to do stuff on your own. We can't have that. Let's shut this shit down. It's always something. You've seen that with the Black Panthers. They started up their own thing, feeding the homeless, helping with daycare and doing all the other stuff, and they made that shit illegal. They made them like they with the mob.
And yet the KKK still runs around.
They basically turned try to make them out as a criminal organization. Like very few people, including black people, didn't know that if you knew it was college educated.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like most people don't know that. They just thought he was just some random dude. But they always try to control our narrative. When it comes to that, I always feel like black people just give up to. Like
because we outnumber them, actually.
Yeah, I feel like we really just, we don't stick together. They got us mentally fucked.
We don't, and that's what we talk about on patch shows.
Yeah, we mentally fucked. Yep.
Yeah, one pulls out, then we got to hate on him.
Yep.
Because then it goes to one person doing good and doing good for themselves, but then you got the people. But I mean, I get the crabs in the barrel mentality, but then you got the people that did good for themselves, trying to help everybody else, but people want handouts.
Oh, yeah. The ones, yeah. Tell me one time so I can help somebody else.
Since Clint made it, Clint got to put me on because he made it and he got to help me out so I make it. It's like, no, you got to help yourself. You can't be, and that's another thing. They made us dependent on others. You have to be dependent upon yourself. Like you can get help, and you can get help, get that knowledge of how to become dependent on yourself. But you can't ask a whole other person to carry you. That's how people fall. I'm trying to. That's a lot of what's happening in the music industry and people that's in the entertainment. They taking care of whole families because nobody decided. Some people don't decide that this person made it. They're gonna carry us all when it shouldn't be.
Yep, entourages in NFL.
It should be let me help you get on your own shit because I can't take care of you because that's how people go bankrupt. I'm trying to take care of a whole fucking 9 family. That's too much. I got kids. I don't got time to take a 9 grown ass people and my kids. Like I need y'all to get y'all shit together. And people, when one person fall, they all crumble because they ain't nobody got their foot planted on their own 2 feet and grounded. You gotta help yourself.
Now, I want to bring up a.
Go ahead.
No, what you were saying. I want to bring up a person who I actually admire for doing this is LeBron James. He surrounded himself with people who are, his boys. He grew up with them. They all made something of themselves instead of, hey, LeBron, you going to help us out and we going to ride your coattail for the rest of our lives. Like, no, they actually do something. There's one of them is actually in Michigan. He's a coach of the Oakland University basketball team. And it goes on from there. They're not just sitting on LeBron's coattail riding for him for the rest of their lives, like most of these players do. Like they surround themselves with yes men and people who, hey man, hook me up with this car. We go way back, on a block since big wheels. That's why I'm proud of LeBron James in that aspect. To be to fight against the narrative of the stereotypical boys that ride together, die together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, exactly what I'm saying. He definitely put them in position to make that money. They got them.
Yeah.
They got hella businesses. They got all types of businesses.
But that's the thing. That's the thing, to put them on and let them. Yeah.
We're in the after show right now, people. Y'all can hit us up if y'all want to join the conversation. 657-383-1155. Or hit us on Twitter. Sonny, what's the Twitter handle? Hit them with it.
At GFT_radio. But now that we're in the after show, I told Clint this when we got on that I wanted to talk about this. About Trump and this immigrant crisis that's been going on. He basically created the crisis, and now he become the alleged savior of the crisis, but not necessarily, because it's a lot of holes in the situation. They don't know. Like they had an issue where they were separating kids from parents. They were putting them in what do they call Tinder areas, whatever the hell they want to call it. Basically, children under the age of 10 up until at least I think 8 months were in this jail, and now he become the quote unquote hero because he thinks a good deal of Melania, and Ivanka said some shit to him, and now he's trying to fix the problem, and now he realized that something's wrong. There's been something wrong, and it's just crazy that I feel like he's the person, like he's acting like he didn't create the issue to begin with.
Nope, Democrats did.
Yeah,
that's what's popping to me. Yeah.
Everything's Democrats' fault.
Yeah, like that, and that's my problem with politics. You feel me? This is supposed to be a human right. Like they politicize this. This is it's more politics than anything human or compassionate. You understand what I'm saying? This is all politics and posturing. You feel me? They don't care nothing about the people either way. You feel me? All he trying to do is you know what I mean, appease the fan base, so to speak. Like and then when the negative backlash, he didn't expect the negativity to be so deep. There's a where
even from his own people.
Yeah, even from his own people. You feel me?
Yeah.
The imagery just didn't look right. You feel me? Even if they don't care. Like if we doing something right, say we all on the same side, and we really don't care about these people, but the images towards the other entities out there that we possibly got to do business with, now we looking funny to them. Now you fucking up money. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now you fucking up outside interests. You got to correct that because we looking crazy over here. And that's all he did. He went back and tried to correct. But then at the same time, because I was, I've been very in tune with it because we were supposed to talk about the fool last week. Supposed to do a whole show with him last week. He's lucky. He's lucky I didn't get a chance to get to his ass last week. But, you feel me? You know what I mean? I'm tired of the foolishness. Like, and
exactly.
Just out here just like, you know what I mean? Like it's all good. Like this shit is crazy. Like, this motherfucker out here wilding. And it's just ridiculous at this point. But that doesn't help the people. What he did does not help the kid
and the parents that's already been separated.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
all it is, and he didn't explain how that was going to fix that situation because he ain't. I doubt he is.
Yeah, and then it's like you put these now. They're still the families are just detained. They're still going to be detained together.
You mean concentration camp?
Yeah, that's all. He's putting them in the concentration camp. Really not doing nothing crazy. But at the same time, you feel me? I gotta look at some of them people that's trying to immigrate over here. You know, at what point do you not get the message
that he don't want y'all here?
That just y'all see what he's trying to do. So
I
are
think
y'all
that
trying
they
to?
feel like it's
are
better
y'all
than,
trying to send a message?
I think they're just trying to say that it's better than where they are.
I was just about to say that.
So
that's how bad it is for some of those people. That's how bad it is. They would rather risk
because
going
because over there they have drug cartels. They got the girls being snatched, and once they get to like 13, they being snatched and sold off to sex trafficking. It's a lot that they do it.
Here too.
Harvesting organs. I mean, they doing that here. They doing that here too. But I think there is no laws
in the world,
and it's super corrupt, and the police ain't doing nothing because the police into it. So I think there is more worse.
My bad. I thought we just completely shut Dave out. My fault.
No, you're fine. I think is he still alive? He's still alive. Yeah, but I think that doing that just because they're trying to get the hell away from what's happening there. I mean, it may be happening worse here, but still, I think they feel like it's worse there.
That has to tell you something, though. They would rather cross muddy, swamp-infested waters and whatever else shark-infested waters to get to America, where they can possibly be detained. You can't see me do air quotes. In these tiny prisons without due process, just to say, okay, we're going to send you to a sponsor. I don't care what you call it and how you say it. If you look at what the prisoners in America have, they have food, they have sales, they have television, they have other entertainments, they have ways you can, I guess, go to, they have religious people come in so you can practice whatever religion you are. They have telephones, and basically the same thing those immigrants have in those holding cells. Only thing the difference is without the orange jumpsuits and numbers, and they're being turned away from their families.
Yeah. That's why I want to get.
A lot of people say American jails are better than the jails that in their home country. They say our jails are like a cakewalk compared to where they are.
Tell that to the brothers that's in jail here.
I get that, but I agree.
TV,
but
no, Spike TV did a world's worst and harshest jails. America's up there in the top 10, but we're not number one. That would be China.
Yeah.
Look, China sent the bitch back half dead, and then we don't know what happened to him.
I don't know.
See, they did that guy. They did that guy out. Was it Al something? The guy that came back they said he desecrated something, and they kept his ass in jail, then sent him back to here to die.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, we treated him well. You sure? This nigga died after he got back. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he didn't treat him well at all, but in fact, I got it like that. I got him like that. That's how he came. That's how he got in jail like that. That's what he looked like when he came to us. Exactly. Like, no, he came like that. We didn't even do anything. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know.
But you always got Trump. But Trump funny, man. Trump, he always listen to his speech when he talk about the immigration shit. You feel me? He always, for some reason, he'll somewhere like, yeah, well, we got to do something about these immigration laws. All these people coming over undocumented from the Middle East. Like every time, he's like, yo, like talk about hate speech.
I guess he know when he say that, he gonna get a rise out of the people. You feel me? They gonna feel some type. Yeah, they gonna feel some type of way every time. Just listen to him.
Like Cat Williams said. Like Cat Williams said. He said, we didn't know what the fucking insurgent was. That nigga said insurgent. We're like, we don't know none of them. So it was fine to kill them. Meanwhile, they were real people, kids and children. Like, just kill them motherfuckers. Like, oh, they insurgents. All they said was insurgents. When did we ever hear insurgents before that came out? After 9/11. We never heard that before, right? And now it got brought out, and then we just started killing insurgents. And they were regular fucking people that was just getting killed. So this shit is crazy. Like that's another thing with the media and what political people want to tell us, that they want to change up the wording of stuff so we can sound like, oh, that's unfamiliar. Do what you gotta do, player. Make sure we good. And they're just killing regular motherfuckers just cause. So I don't know.
America is raised on BS and racism. If you think about it, this whole them taking away kids from immigrants isn't new. It started with blacks. It started with, them first taking over somebody else's land and snatching their kids and separating their families. Then it came to, we don't want to build our own railroads and pick our own cotton. Let's find another group of class of people to do that for us. Oh, wait, you're not acting right. Let's tell this guy and his wife, let's separate those two. Oh, she got kids? Oh, let's put her in the house in this other guy's house. Okay. And let's not talk about, forget about the Irish. They were persecuted at one time. Italians were persecuted at one time. The list goes on and on. Only time they haven't done this is to other white people.
Yeah.
So America is built on racism and being and taking and kidnapping, basically. And they call it legal kidnapping.
So it's just crazy. That's what it is. It's what it is. It's just crazy. And I know somebody was posted. I seen the meme go out today, even though I'm in Facebook jail. I seen this meme on Facebook because I'm allowed to log in. Fuck Facebook for that. Y'all petty as fuck for that. But at any rate, it was a meme on Facebook where they were saying that everybody's upset about them separating the immigrants from their children, and then they had a clip of a black person with their baby fighting for their baby back from a slave owner. And they said, but nobody said anything about this.
I think it'd be a lot more people fighting for what's going on now if they were animals, if they were puppies.
Yeah.
It seemed like America feels more sympathetic if these were animals. The PETA, the group of PETA, every dog lover, cat lover would be fighting for in the upper arms more so for animals than what they are going through now.
I would fight for both because I remember I saw the video of a black man trying to be gunned down by the cops. He was videotaping the cops beating on another black person for no reason. And his dog was barking, and they shot that man dog 3 times, and the dog was trying to, because the cop walked up on the man, and the dog was barking, and the dog was trying to, move the owner back, and the cop shot the dog about 5 times, and then the man was like, oh, my God, you shot my dog. That's why they didn't shoot him, because everybody was like, you shot the dog, and then they let the black man go because he had already killed the dog. Yeah, I thought that was crazy. That hurt my heart because it's like a dog trying to protect its owner and you just killed him. And the dog really didn't lurch at the cops. The dog like, come on, bitch, let's just go because these niggas acting up. And then the dog got killed. So, yeah, people do act crazy when it becomes animals. Like if you, like when that lion got killed, all hell broke loose. They was like, that's a protected lion. That man said, oh, I had a permit. I killed you. I did it. And, people was mad. What's his name? Cecil. When Cecil got killed, bitch, they set it off. He was in the media for about a whole month about Cecil getting killed.
Yeah, but once again, it was more outrage for Cecil the lion getting killed than a unarmed black man at that time, too, because I think we were getting beat like hotcakes, as Dave Chappelle would say.
Shit is crazy.
Exactly. That was a funny Dave Chappelle skit too.
What?
I have to go off on a tangent. The little bit he just brought up. The Dave Chappelle bit he just brought up.
Which one?
That was Killing Me Softly.
Yeah, Killing Me Softly. Yep.
That was Killing Me Softly, Dave Chappelle, one of the funniest stand-ups of all time.
I have to see that then because I think I saw all the other ones. I don't think I saw that one. I saw a lot of his stand-ups, but I don't think I saw that.
I think that was
I'm
like
going to call for your black card later.
One. Yeah, that's
no
like
call
one of his first major
I done
ones.
seen every black movie I need to see. No,
did any of y'all ever hear that rapper that got killed, XXXTentacion?
That was weird.
Until that happened.
That was weird because that's the guy who's been talking about killing himself or dying in all his rap albums, right? And then at the end of one song, he said he wanted to live. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, he was trying. It's kind of simple. He's this. What I was telling people, he's this. What Biggie and Pac was to us, to this younger generation of hip hop kids, he's like to a lot of them, and probably his fame is a little bit more because he crossed genres. He wasn't just hip hop. He did little rock and roll, every type, different types of things. You feel me? He's real popular. I know there's a lot of people my age really didn't know who he was, but he just had a #1 album out. He had a lot of stuff going on.
What song did he make? Because I'm trying to think of who that. I really don't know who the hell he was.
When you get a chance, YouTube, Sad. It's a song called Sad. When you hear it, you know what I mean. I can't think of the melody right now, but
I'm about to YouTube it now. It's called Sad.
Yeah. XXXTentacion Sad. That's a good song.
I would tell you, but seeing how I'm over a certain age, I don't know none of his music.
Yeah, like I be following little music blogs, so
just right here.
I be on it. Like I said, he just dropped a #1 album. How Kanye all these dudes dropping 7-song albums. Like XXX, he the one that really started that. You feel me?
Okay.
Got killed trying to buy a motorcycle in his own.
That's crazy.
Basically in his backyard. You feel me? His own town. And like I said, like I think hip hop getting to a point to where I think a lot of these people, they caught the murderer. A lot of these people are taking stuff like way too serious. It's like, why can't you why in our community do we want to kill all those who become successful? You know what I mean? Like it's like a sickness in our community. Like you see somebody out there successful, and you don't just rob him. You feel me? You kill him. You kill him. Why? And then it was so crazy.
Those people have no hope.
Getting a lot. Yeah, but online, it's like a lot of people, because of some of the accusations of the stuff he did. Some people was like he deserves it and stuff like that. I'm like, damn.
People just reckless as fucking hell. That's crazy.
Yeah, and like y'all don't even know if those allegations are true. You feel me? Y'all just going off of what y'all hear in the news. Y'all don't know none of this. Nothing. He had a court date and all this stuff coming up. Y'all don't know nothing. Even the young lady that accused him was like, that's not what she wanted. She didn't want him to die and all this. But like, I don't know. It was just crazy. But they say when you speak about death enough, death gonna come. And that's what he talked about a lot. It was sort of like real early to Biggie, how his first album was Ready to Die, and the second album was Life After Death. How he get killed. And Triple X, he always talked about death a lot. He was just doing this one interview with DJ Academics, and they was trying to compare him to, talking about Pop. He was like, man, don't compare me to Pop. You feel me? I'm better than Pop. I do more than Pop. You know what I mean? Like he he had some stuff with him. A lot of his music was good. But he died. He was only 20 years old. 20 years old. And some other rapper from Pittsburgh got murdered too.
Hold on, y'all. We got a call from a number, and I just want to get them on before we close out the show. We got a couple minutes, so hold on. Carly on the line with GXP Radio.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah, I ain't really got nothing to say about the rapper because I don't know anything about the dude. I just saw people, talking about it on social media. I was calling because I saw the topic where y'all was talking about is hate speech protected by free speech.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's a fine line on that stuff, man. Because I think we like to clap ourselves on the back and talk about how good free speech is and things like that. But the other side to that is you also don't want to be condoning fascism and get to the point to where you're sitting down with a Nazi and having a discussion as if there's a legit argument on their side. Well, I think your people should be eradicated. Oh, well, let me tell you why my people shouldn't be eradicated. No. That's not a conversation. That's square up. So I think, free speech should be respected. We should have free speech. But when you get up there and you decide you're going to start talking about genocide or removing people from a place, I think all niceties come out of there. And honestly, I think if we look at the alt-right movement the past couple of years, I think they've played on that very thing, hiding behind free speech, recruiting people and trying to give it a softer tone. But then when you kind of dig into what they actually say and what they believe, you're still talking about genocide and removal of people. And, I mean, if you want to, hold up free speech in the gist of that, I mean, that's how you get these kind of movements on the rise.
Yeah.
That's a great point. That's a hell of a point, brother.
Absolutely.
Good one, Carl.
I don't think we think about that.
Oh,
what's the name?
Nas.
Like my husband, Nas? Who just came out with an album?
No, with a J.
That's beautiful?
No, with a J.
Oh.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. I heard Nas, and I was like, oh, my baby. No,
oh, my God.
I'm listening to the album today. Don't do that. Down. Sorry.
Get some cold water.
But that definitely was a great point. You feel me? Because, like we said, when you do have to be held, I feel like when we talk about the alt-right, I feel like they don't have no accountability. They could just say what they want to say. They're being empowered and emboldened because there's no consequences and repercussions coming from the things they say. So they're going to continue to say them. And until, like brother said, we square up. Until it's time to start squaring up. Be like, look, man, we're not here for that. You feel me? There ain't no getting rid of nobody. You feel me? There ain't no this is y'all land, y'all taking over. It's none of that. That's how that alt-right movement comes.
Now, can I ask a question? Ask a real quick question. Now, do you think if the shoe was on the other foot for the power in the White House and the Congress, if it was more Democratic folks in there, how would the Republicans act if it was the shoe was on the other foot? Because a lot of people are thinking that the Democrats are showing weakness by not saying anything or speaking up against this hateful speech or the slurred speech that's coming out from the Republicans. Only time we hear about it is from the news outlets. The anchors are bringing up more valid points against the Republicans than the actual political parties.
I think that's the problem.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but that's where the separation is. You got to make sure you're talking about somebody you disagree with on policy and things like that, as opposed to somebody who's talking about genocide. So Richard Spencer speaks as a Nazi. Rush Limbaugh, who I can't stand, he speaks as a fringe conservative. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have the right to have your different opinions, but you shouldn't have the right to, be out here advocating for the eradication of peoples. So I think, it's still a fine line, and you can't, get tyrannical and start limiting speech. But I think when we talk about hate speech, it goes to that Supreme Court's case. You know it when you see it. You know it when you hear it. You know what you actually I'll put it to you like this. Let a black group get out here talking about eradicating white people and start getting a movement behind it. You'll see all those
Yes.
free speech laws thrown out the window quickly because people will understand, like, damn, this is really something. They'll immediately understand how violent that could get.
I agree.
That's why they started the BIE movement, the Black Identity Extremists. So now they got a label for that now. You know,
during this
they don't label
they pull out that. Yeah, I just call that an extension of COINTELPRO. I think that's all that was, just an extension of COINTELPRO. But again, we're still talking about things that are not similar. Like somebody saying, hey, police are shooting us, I don't like this or I don't like that. That is totally different from saying you want to overthrow the government and remove certain people from the country. Like, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely appreciate calling in, brother.
Yes, definitely appreciate your call. Hopefully it won't be your last time calling into the show, but we got to wrap this. So, guys, give out your info.
You already know it's your boy, Clan K Smooth. You can hit me up at A King's Truth 609 on Instagram, akingstruth.com. That's my blog, writing poetry and stuff like that. And you can hit me up on Twitter at Trenton Group.
Dame? I'm not going to laugh because he's going to think I'm crazy.
Just go, Sonny. Just go.
All right, so it's your favorite podcast, girl. Sonny. You can reach me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at IamSunny_D. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Catch me on my blog, unreservedlyme.com. I've been actually posting there. I've been venting my life on there, so check that out. Check out our website, gftradioshow.com. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at GFT_radio. Check us out on iTunes, Google Play Music, YouTube, SoundCloud. I don't know where else you can get us, but Google us and find us. Go on Teespring, cop some teas. I just got like every tea that we got on there. I have. I know Clinton them got them too. Go on teespring.com/stores/GFT radio. Cop the merchandise. Hit us up on Instagram and Twitter. Let us know you got it. Like our Facebook page. I don't know what else you can do, but bitch, follow us everywhere.
See y'all in 7 days.
Good night.
Stay safe, Blacks.
Thank you for calling Raj. Oh, Naj. I know I'm bad with names.
Naj.
Thank you. Naj. Yeah, because I thought it was Naj. I almost got excited. I was like, what? That's my husband. Did you listen to his album?
Oh, my God.
Y'all didn't listen to it? Okay, y'all fired. Good night, guys.
N-A-J.
Shouldn't shopping be as much fun as summer itself? That's what Macy's Backstage is all about. We've got the finds you can't resist, the brands you love, swimwear, shorts, sandals, everything for outdoor entertaining, pool parties, and more. With new deals arriving every week at prices so low, you never need a coupon. And when you see something, get it, because it's here today, gone tomorrow. That's the excitement of never knowing what you'll find, but always finding something. And just like summer, there's no better feeling. Visit Macy'sBackstage.com for locations. Shouldn't shopping be as much fun as summer itself? That's what Macy's Backstage is all about. We've got the finds you can't resist, the brands you love, swimwear, shorts, sandals, everything for outdoor entertaining, pool parties, and more. With new deals arriving every week at prices so low, you never need a coupon. And when you see something, get it, because it's here today, gone tomorrow. That's the excitement of never knowing what you'll find, but always finding something. And just like summer, there's no better feeling. Visit Macy'sBackstage.com for locations.